Good morning. Within the last hour, Manchester Airport has temporarily closed two of its runways due to heavy snowfall. The icy conditions are set to continue into next week, with temperatures set to drop as low as -15 in Scotland, and snow is forecast for London and also the southeast. Now, the Met Office is warning freezing fog, sleet and snow could bring travel disruption to parts of the UK during the coming days. A yellow weather warning for snow and ice covering large areas of the country over the coming days. Well, joining me now is Sky's Fraser Maud, who's in York for us this morning. Looks jolly cold where you are, Fraser, and we need to brace ourselves for more to come.
It certainly seems that way, Anna, yes. It is about 0, -1 here in York at the moment, and just in the last few minutes, a few tiny little snowflakes have just started to fall. Much more snow overnight over in Manchester, though, unfortunately, and both runways at Manchester Airport have had to be temporarily closed. We've received news in the last hour from Manchester Airport saying that due to heavy snowfall, we have temporarily closed both runways. Health and safety will always be our top priority, and operations will resume at the earliest opportunity. It says that passengers are advised to contact their airlines for the most up-to-date information. Now, we understand that what's happening at the moment is that snow and slush is being cleared off the runways. Outbound flights at the moment seem to be on hold. Inbound flights are being diverted to other airports, mainly Birmingham, East Midlands or to London airports. So clearly disruption already to flight services in and out of Manchester Airport. Not clear how long it's going to take for them to clear those runways, get them back into a serviceable state or not. But the travel advice remains at this time of year and when weather conditions are as cold as this, to check before you travel, particularly with public transport. If you're travelling by yourself, if you are travelling by car, make sure that you've got a flask of hot water with you, a hot drink with you, that you've got blankets, that you've got a shovel even to get you out of more perilous situations, because we are going to get a lot more snow. There are warnings in place for Scotland, for the southeast as well, and then overnight and into tomorrow we're seeing more frost warnings for the southwest, for Northern Ireland and for parts of Wales as well. So we really do need to brace ourselves over this weekend. People need to keep warm. The advice is to try and make sure that you look after any particularly vulnerable people in, friends, family, neighbours and so on, particularly the elderly. Make sure that they're in one room at least that's heated to 18 degrees C and that they have access to hot food and hot drinks. So it's a case of keeping an eye out for each other, keep an eye out on the travel conditions, and for people who are hoping to travel from Manchester Airport, keep an eye on their Twitter feed, on their social media feeds, get in touch with the airlines that they're due to fly with and double check to make sure that those flights are going to be operational later today. The situation could get worse over the weekend. We're expecting colder weather tomorrow, and there's a possibility of severe travel disruption on Monday morning as we hit the rush hour then, because there are snow warnings in place for parts of London and the southeast. So it's not unusual to get this sort of weather at this time of year. It feels a lot colder because of the mild autumn that we've been having, but temperatures here in York, as I say at the moment, round about 0. We're expecting them to drop in more rural parts, more remote parts of the country, maybe down as far as -10 tonight or tomorrow.
All right, and check before you travel. Fraser, thank you very much indeed. Go and get yourself a hot chocolate.